Ladies and gentlemen, good day, it's Badger from Oz, and welcome back to Madden NFL 24. Yes, this is going to be Season 4 of the franchise mode, Season 2026 schedule. Let's see the 2025-26 season recap. And, that was just too easy. Yeah, so we took a look at the results. We have three-peaters after 62-0 win. We're back-to-back perfect seasons. Let's see the 2025 retirements before we get to the schedule. DeAndre Hopkins is retired after 13 years. Khalil Mack is retired after 12 years. Let's see. Is there any notable ones that have retired? Russell Wilson has retired after 14 years. Bobby Wagner has retired after 14 years. I can't remember if we checked the retirements before, but yeah, we're gonna check retirements as well. Ryan Tannehill has retired after 14 years, so it's the end of an era. Every year is always the end of an era with whether it be one team or another. I've heard of Jesse Davis, but where was he from? See, Weekly Awards, obviously with Cam Akers doing his best. Alright, it's after crushing the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl 62-0. We are going to advance. Or we're going to simulate to the regular season. Okay, so let's see what happened. I'm gonna upgrade some players first of all before we get into the season. Well, let's see if we picked up any preseason players. I mean, new players. All the rosters. Okay, so we've got any new players? Palumbo? I don't think I've seen Palumbo before. I actually went to school to someone whose last name was Palumbo. Batten. Okay, is Batten a new player? Is a future starter? Ronald Bradley, he's a rookie. Pat Andrews, we got someone else. We got Jake Black. I mentioned it was Jack Black. Okay, Eric Randall. I think we've got Eric Randall as well. Rashad Torrance. Nate McGee. Brandon Dillard. He's a rookie as well. Rodney Tucker. Raekwon Hood. Monty Clayton. Wow, I've seen Monty Clayton, so he does play for them, okay. Dejuan Johnson. Von Fulcher. Casey Reese. Andrew Jones. Matt Whitworth. Brandon Lamb. Marquez Rhodes. Damien Vasher. John Fell. We've got Darius Claiborne. Nelson Kinney. DeMar Tolbert. Marcus House. We've got Tremaine Bounds, Dorian Thomas, Jamar Browning, we got Jamario Norwood, and we got Alani Phillips. So we got some new names. Now, who gives a crap about this preseason crap? Let's go to the regular season. We have our Week 1 opponents. And it's going to be the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I can't remember if we took them on in Year 2 or in Year 3. We didn't take them on first in Week 3. But let me just go through the paperwork. Let's see who we did battle with. Season 2. For the second time in 3 seasons, we'll be hosting San Francisco in week 1 of the regular season. And before we get started, we are going to... Let me just write this down. Versus San Francisco. That's going to be on Fox, by the way. Gotta set the season goal. Okay. So got some Reds in the first half. Oh, week 9 bye, yes please. But just make the playoffs, because, you know, sometimes you gotta be aggressive, but not too aggressive. Okay, let's see. Look at the preseason games. Let's see what happens. What happened in the preseason? Alright, so we took a big L at home against the Jets, but luckily this was preseason. Then we had comfortable wins against Buffalo and Denver. Let's take a look at the entire schedule. Will there be a Thursday night game? The Thursday night kickoff. Whoa, there's no Thursday night kickoff this season. So, the very first game of the season will be... Let me check. It will be New England versus Kansas City to kick off the season on Sunday afternoon football. You can catch that game on CBS Sports. Then you've got the Los Angeles Rams hosting San Francisco. So, just got a bit of the hiccups. And for the second time in 3 seasons, the Rams will host the 49ers in week 1 of the regular season. That game you can see on Fox. Sunday Night Football will bring you Buffalo versus Miami on NBC. And then we've got a Monday night doubleheader. It's Chicago versus Minnesota on ESPN. And we've got the LA Chargers versus the Denver Broncos also on ESPN. So some of our games are rivalry games. Let me take a look at this. So we've got New York Giants versus Dallas. We've got Washington versus Philadelphia. We've got Carolina versus New Orleans. We've got Detroit versus Green Bay. We've got Indianapolis versus Jacksonville. We've got Seattle versus Arizona. We've got LA Rams versus San Francisco. We've got Buffalo versus Miami. We've got Chicago versus Minnesota. And we've got LA Chargers versus Denver Broncos. So we've got 2 home games, 2 SoFi Stadium games this round. But they're on different days. That's alright. But more than half the games are rivalry games. A whopping 10 out of 16. 10 games are rivalry games. Let's take a look at week 2. And your first night football match will be New York Jets versus Buffalo on Prime. I'm sorry, a bit tired. Then you got Dallas versus Detroit in week 2. Then you've got a Sunday night game between Kansas City and Miami on NBC. Week 2, it's going to be another divisional game. And it's going to be at Seattle. Monday Night Football on ESPN. So week 2, we get a prime game. I want to get at least 3 prime games, maybe 3 primetime games, maybe 5. So this will be on ESPN. Seattle versus the LA Rams. Now week 3, what have you got on Thursday Night Football? It's Philadelphia and Washington again. So they've faced each other twice already. It's going to be Philadelphia versus Washington on Prime. Sunday twilight, you've got Denver versus the LA Rams. in that game, you can catch... Oh, did we verse Denver before? We'll be back. I can't seem to find the Madden NFL 24 Season 1 video. Yeah, I can't seem to friggin' find it. But we're taking on Denver, and this one's going to be on Fox Sports. You got Sunday night game between the New York Giants versus Jacksonville on NBC. And on Monday, it's New England versus the New York Jets on ESPN. Week 4 matchups, it's going to be Houston versus Cleveland on Prime. The Rams usually get a few twilight games. And we've got Week 4 against the Arizona Cardinals. You can catch that game live and free on Fox. Sunday Night Football, it will be Washington versus Indianapolis on NBC. Monday Night Football will be Baltimore versus Cincinnati on ESPN. So Week 5. It's Carolina versus Chicago on Prime. Sunday Night Football. It is the LA Rams versus the New York Giants. You can catch that game on NBC. And Monday night is Jacksonville versus Cleveland. You can catch that game on ESPN. I don't think we versed the Giants. It's been a long time since we versed the Giants. Can't remember if we did it in Season 1 or not. Week 6 will show up. It will be a first night showdown between Chicago and Green Bay. It will be a Sunday twilight game. We get 3 home games, yes please, in a row. We're taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And you can catch that game on CBS Sports. Now, do we verse them in before? No, we didn't. Okay, another unique opponent. You'll love to see. I love these unique matchups. Saturday Night Football, it's going to be Cleveland versus New York Giants on NBC. And Monday Night Football, it's going to be 2 good rivals going at it. Kansas City versus Buffalo. On ESPN. Get ready for Week 7 football. It's time to decide. It will be Washington versus Green Bay on Prime. Sunday Night Football, it will be Atlanta versus Dallas on NBC. And Monday Night Football, it will be Arizona versus the LA Rams. And you can catch that game on ESPN. I like to see it. So, this is our 3rd primetime game. It's got 3 early primetime games. Week 8 will bring you Chicago versus Detroit on Prime. You've got Sunday Night Football. It's Kansas City versus the LA Rams on NBC because the NFL rocks on NBC. So it's our 4th primetime game and our 3rd in 4 rounds. So we didn't take on Kansas City in Season 3. We didn't take it on Season 2, so I can't remember if we did it on Season 1. Monday Night Football will be Miami versus the LA Chargers on ESPN. Week 9, we have the bye. But for Thursday night action, if you want to know about Thursday night football action, we've got Philadelphia versus Jacksonville. You can catch that game on Prime. Sunday Night Football, Kansas City return to the Sunday Night Football time slot, but this time they're on the road to the Baltimore Ravens on NBC. And Monday Night Football, you've got Dallas versus San Francisco. We'll be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. I have to crack open a cold one of Zero Sugar Kirk's Creamy Soda. It was Kirk's Originals. Yeah, so I need to boost my energy. So yeah, Week 10 after the Week 9 bye. I'm happy that we got a bye in like Week 9, Week 10. So yeah, Week 10 will begin with Sorry, I just got to drink water. We have Cleveland versus Cincinnati on Prime. Sunday twilight, the Rams are at home. They take on the Atlanta Falcons. And you can catch that game right here on Fox. Now, do we take on Atlanta last season? Yes, that's how we opened the last season. So we hosted Atlanta last season in week 1. And we're hosting them again. And look, this is the 3rd year in a row that we're hosting the... Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Crap. I was looking at the Madden FL 25 one. Oh yeah, so we travelled to Atlanta in Season 2. And we did versus Kansas City before week 16 of Season 2. So I got the wrong one, so I apologise for that. Let me just... Ow, my arm. Sorry, I just poked my arm for a second. Alright, so yes. Sunday Night Football, it will be Arizona versus San Francisco on NBC. And Monday night, it will be Kansas City versus Jacksonville on ESPN. Kansas City have got quite a few primetime games, and can't say they don't deserve it. So Thursday Night Football, it will be Indianapolis versus Minnesota in a clash of conferences on Prime. And look at this, the Battle of LA. It will be Rams and Chargers. Do we take on the Chargers before Season 2? We did not. So which means that game will be on CBS Sports. So we're versing Atlanta on Fox again. Alright, Sunday Night Football, it will be Baltimore versus Dallas, a unique matchup on NBC. And Monday night will be New York Giants versus Washington. Excuse me. Week 12, it will be a Thanksgiving showdown. We'll get the usual 3 Thanksgiving games. We've got Detroit versus Miami. That one's going to be on Fox. Dallas versus Indianapolis. That one will be on CBS Sports. And that's the Thursday twilight. And then you got Thanksgiving night. It's Carolina versus Tampa Bay on NBC. Then the Rams get yet another home game. So one time, they've got big bursts of home games recently. You'd love to see it. And they host Seattle once again in the Sunday time slot. And you got to be on Fox. Sunday Night Football, it's Jacksonville versus New York Jets on NBC. And Monday night, it's going to be Baltimore versus Atlanta in the Battle of the Birds on... what do you do it? On ESPN. Yes, what's up, Semi Guy? How you doing? I am doing some video. I'm doing a video at the moment. One will be on Madden NFL 24, one for Madden NFL 25, and then we'll get to the Halo Infinite shortly. Alright, so Thanksgiving week will be over there. Thursday Night Football, it's going to be Detroit versus Minnesota on Prime. Another Sunday twilight one for the Rams. This time it will be up against the Dallas Cowboys. It's a rematch of the NFC Championship that the Rams won convincingly. But this time Dallas are at home. The Rams cannot seem to avoid Dallas this time. They hosted Dallas in Week 10 in Season 2. And you can catch that game on Fox. Sunday Night Football, it's going to be... That you do a thing then? Thanks very much, mate. Sunday Night Football, it's going to be Cleveland versus Baltimore. And you can catch that on the NBC. Monday, it's going to be LA Chargers versus Tampa Bay. That will be on ESPN. Now, 5 weeks to go. Here we go. Please give me the good money. Please let us versus Detroit on one stage. I'll cry if we don't. Alright, Thursday Night Football. You love to see it. And it's Washington Commanders. They will be hosting... Yes, they'll be hosting the LA Rams. You can catch that game on Prime. Now, did we verse them in Season 3? We did not. Did we verse them in Season 2? Now, I can't remember if we versed them in Season 1 or not, because I cannot find the paper. Oh, we didn't verse them, so okay, it's a unique matchup. Sunday Night Football, it's going to be Kansas City versus Atlanta. on NBC, and Monday Night Football will bring you Philadelphia versus Dallas on ESPN. Now we've got 4 remaining. Now let's see, can we get Detroit Rams? Alright, so we've got Seattle versus New Orleans on Thursday night on Prime. And look at this, we've got another primetime game, you'd love to see it. 3 home games followed by 3 road games, it's going to be a bit tricky. So it'll be New York Jets versus the LA Rams on NBC. Back-to-back primetime games, you'd love to see it. But this time it's going to be a long turnaround. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 primetime games. I was hoping for 5. We got 6. That's even better than I first thought. And we bloody deserve it. Let's go! It's Kansas City versus San Francisco, a hidden rivalry. It's going to be big on ESPN Monday Night Football. Alright, we got to week 16. Please give us a matchup against Detroit at some point, please. Alright, Thursday Night Football. It's Miami versus Chicago on Prime. The LA Rams will take on Philadelphia once again. And once again, the Rams are going to be the home team. And oh, we didn't verse them last time. Okay. Did we verse them in Season 2? Oh, we did not. Okay. And this one's going to be on Fox. Love the word Fox, because you can pet the fox. Sunday Night Football, it's going to be Baltimore versus Cleveland on NBC. And Monday Night Football, it's going to be a big battle between Jared Goff and Josh Allen. It's Detroit versus Buffalo on ESPN. Week 17, come on, please give us a matchup, please. Alright, the final first night game of the season, it's going to be Philadelphia, in the Battle of the Birds, it's going to be Philadelphia versus Arizona on Prime. And we've got a Sunday night matchup against San Francisco. And that's going to be Sunday Night Football on NBC. So you got 7 primetime games, yes please. So almost half of our matches are primetime. And Monday Night Football, it's an AFC West rivalry between New England and Miami. Last but not least, we got Week 18. Yes! Perfect! Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Imagine if both these teams did really well that season. Look at this. So, our last game of the season, we are traveling to the Motor City. So it's Detroit versus the LA Rams. You can catch that game right here on Fox Sports. So that's going to be the first game of the final week. And the Sunday Night Football game, last game of the season, is going to be Indianapolis versus Baltimore. You can catch that game on NBC. So we're just double checking the schedule. So we take on San Francisco in week 1. We travel to Seattle in week 2. We travel to Denver in week 3. We return home in week 4. We stay home in week 5. And we remain home in week 6 as well. We travel to Arizona in week 7. We travel to Kansas City in week 8. We get a rest in week 9. We stay at home. We go home in week 10. We stay home in week 11. And remain home in week 12. We travel to Dallas in week 13. We travel to Washington in week 14. But the Brewers schedule coming up later on. We travel week 15 to East Rutherford against the Jets. We host the Eagles for a final home game of the regular season. We travel to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And then we take on Detroit. Now, we had 8 games in primetime last season, so half the schedule. We have got 7 this time. But we get to verse Dallas and Arizona. We get to verse our finalists, but we don't take on Cincinnati. So I'm very happy with the schedule. Probably the best one for Madden 24. I'm really happy with how things have gone. Cheers to that. Rams don't often play the Lions anymore, so it's pretty damn good. Well, I hope everyone's going to have a good week, and I hope everyone likes the schedule. and hope everyone's had a nice Thanksgiving. I will be back on the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.